I will review the most critical steps in successful problem solving, defining problem in this video. Whether you are dealing with issues at home or in the workplace, problem solving is an essential skill, especially those in the manufacturing or quality related fields where daily problems can be a hurdle. In this video, we will dive deep into how to identify and understand the problem, setting the foundation for solving quality problems. You will learn what constitutes a problem and how to recognize it. Don't miss out on this vital knowledge. Watch the video now and become a master problem solver. What really is a problem? A problem is a deviation between the actual and the desired performance. For example, if you want this kind of performances and suddenly there's a spike, means that there is a deviation. What is happening that should not be? And what is not happening that should be? So something that's upside down. So the question that needs to be answered when you're solving problem is number one, customers. What are customers complaining? And where do we have the constraint that cause the problem? And also, even competitors can pose a threat or problem to you. How do we perform against competitors? So this is some of the examples of the questions that needs to be answered when we look at what is the problem. After having looking at the definition of problem, next we would like to understand what is problem solving. Problem solving will enable us to be better. It is really a systematic approach to define problem and create vast number of possible solutions without judging the solutions. Means that we have to establish the solution which will address this problem. Defining problem will determine the cause of the problem, then identify, prioritize, select solution, and finally implement solution. This is normally the systematic approach that is used in problem solving. So very important is that problem solving gives us an opportunity to learn, to grow, and improve a process. Being able to solve a challenging problem will actually bring you to the next level. If you find this video informative and enjoyable, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel for more valuable insights and updates in manufacturing, supplier quality hacks to achieve consistently good quality products. By subscribing, you will be the first to know when I post new content. There are three levels of problem that could happen. Sometimes it could happen as a single event, like it's functioning normally and then suddenly there's a spike. So at this point, it's actually very easy to identify. Single event could be traced to only one point of cause. Another type is that high-level events with data available. The process is supposed to behave like this, and then suddenly the data has shows that it's shifted up and is actually moderately difficult to identify the point of the cause. It could be a few causes, and it requires you to analyze the existing data, go to the place where the problem could happen. For example, in a manufacturing process, it could be one single assembly process that is very difficult, cause the problem, or suddenly a replacement of an operator which caused the problem. So you have to go there and investigate on the problem. The last level of the problem is the most challenging one, is high level events that has no data available or don't even understand that it has occurred. Maybe it's until your customer has seen it. The point of the cause is difficult to identify, and it requires you to analyze possible places of occurrence, maybe using some of the quality tools like 5 whys or the fishbone diagram, that we will need to identify what are the likely root cause that it will happen. Problem solving always begin with understanding that the problem exists and also establishing the problem statement. Then a team has to be formed with a collaboration from cross-functional team to brainstorm for possible root cause and also solution. And the mindset of the team has to be open. This is very important as problem solving is not an individual effort, and it should come from all aspects because the root cause could be coming from all areas as well. Unlock your potential as an expert in leading 8D teams to solve quality issues by enrolling in this Expert in 8D problem solving course. This comprehensive course will equip you with the expertise in all 8D phases, enabling you to effectively lead cross-functional teams and contribute to each phase with confidence. With real-life examples, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the dynamics behind each phase and be able to apply them to solve complex problems. Impress interviewers with your knowledge by using our case studies to answer questions. How do you use 8D to solve a quality issue? Enroll now and become a problem-solving pro to advance in your career. How do we know there is a problem? Is there a customer complaint? That is the number one trigger in any company. Problem awareness has to start from a complaint. Customers could also mean that external or internal customers. Even an operator in a manufacturing line could complain that there's some deviation in the parts. That means she is triggering for the problem, that the problem exists, and we really should thank her for that. Next is that look at how is the number. What is the performance or the key parameters or maybe the quality metrics? Has it deviated from the norm or from the goal? When you should act on it. Sometimes when you see that maybe there is a slight downtrend in the yield rate, so it's still not too bad, and it becomes like this, it is actually quite a big deal. But maybe some department, they will cover it up. They think that it's not a big deal. And finally, the thing has exploded that when the yield has significantly decreased, have to admit that the problem really exists. Tools normally to define the problem is that who found it? Is it the customer or is it internally the operators? Why it happens? How it happens? And also when exactly it happens, at what date, what time, and what exactly how the description of how it deviated from the norm. The art of defining a problem accurately cannot be overstated. Even great minds such as John Dewey, Albert Einstein, Steve Jobs, John Snow, Esther Dyson had all emphasized its importance in achieving successful problem-solving outcomes. After all, the ability to clearly define a problem is the key to unlocking effective solutions. Thanks for tuning into today's video. If you are ready to take your problem-solving skills to the next level and become an expert in 8D problem solving, then don't miss out on my course. You will gain the expertise needed to lead cross-functional teams through each phase of 8D with real-life examples to help you apply these skills in your work. Share this video with anyone who wants to improve their problem-solving skills and take charge of their career.